Christian Horner speaks after main title rival Lewis Hamilton hit with disqualification. Red Bull boss Christian Horner says no one can rule out Lewis Hamilton despite being thrown out of qualifying ahead of the sprint race at Brazil, which determines the grid for the Brazilian Grand Prix on Sunday. Hamilton will start from the back of the grid on Saturday after the FIA deemed part of his car illegal after Friday's qualifying. Problems started for Hamilton and Mercedes on Friday afternoon as the seven-time world champion set the fastest time in qualifying to start from the front of the grid on Saturday. However, hours later the FIA said Hamilton had been called to the stewards after concerns regarding his rear wing on the Mercedes. It came after Red Bull lodged a complaint to the FIA about the wing on the Mercedes, with the FIA then impounding Hamilton's rear wing overnight with an investigation ongoing regarding his drag reduction system, DRS. It was eventually found to have breached the FIA regulations, with Hamilton hit with a huge penalty ahead of Saturday's race, relegated to the back of the grid, with his main title rival Max Verstappen now starting from the front. Yet, Hamilton wasn't the only driver to be investigated after the session. However, after his main title rival Verstappen was seen touching the back of Hamilton's Mercedes whilst it was placed in park firm. No one is allowed to touch another competitor's car, except FIA delegates when the car is placed in park firm after the session, meaning the Dutchman picked up a €50,000 fine for the incident. Speaking to Sky Sports F1, Horner believes it was the best decision from the FIA. I think it was the only conclusion the stewards could really come to. We had something very similar in 2012. We failed a front wing test in Abu Dhabi, when we were fighting for the championship, and bang, that was back in the grid. So I'd be surprised if they appealed it. Mercedes confirmed they were not planning to appeal the decision. Horner continued, I think the FIA, it's a tough decision for them, but that situation is black or white. Yet when asked what Verstappen was looking at on the back of Hamilton's car, Horner added, Mercedes have had tremendous straight-line speed the last 3 or 4 races, we saw in Mexico last weekend. All drivers are inquisitive. We've had drivers pull out clutch paddles. Sebastian Vettel is the king of prodding and poking in that area, and I think it's become a habit with all of the drivers. We've seen it with Lewis, we've seen it with all of them looking around their competitors' cars. I mean, they've got amazing pace, and this is a track you really can overtake it, the long run up to turn 1, so I would not be at all surprised to see him in the top 10 at the end of this race. Tomorrow is going to be hotter again, degradation is going to be a big factor. So you can never rule him out, particularly here. If it was a street track it would be much harder, but here anything's possible. We've got to make sure that we focus on ourselves and convert the opportunities that we've got. And so that's what we're very much focused on, trying to have a good spring race and then convert the sprint into the feature race. Verstappen currently leads the way by 19 points heading into the final 4 races of the season, with 107 points still up for grabs. Points are awarded in sprint qualifying for first, second, and third place finishes, with pole awarded to the winner of the race. Three points are awarded to the pole sitter, with 2 for second and 1 point for third. Sprint qualifying gets underway at 7:30 p.m. British Summer Time in São Paulo, with the main event on Sunday kicking off at 5 p.m.